cooking pail. Sleeping bag. Oh, hi. Okay. Yeah. This is the bag I had earlier. I didn't need to bugger off, so I took the bucket out. Because it had a bunch of food in it. I've loaded some more in there. It's the bottom. I reconfigured. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to grab it. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so I may have figured out what the footprints are. Still not positive. Didn't really stick around to check. Off ground. But today when I was looking around, I went to a couple of houses. Everyone seems to be gone. It's very strange. I never really paid much attention. I ran into a couple of people a couple of days ago, but since then, everyone seems to be gone. Now, I had assumed people had simply left. Mistake one, I'm making assumptions. Don't do that. Do not assume anything, okay? Especially in a situation like this. So, as I was inspecting several houses, I found several corpses that appeared to be completely and utterly drained of blood. Now, I had just thought maybe they had been fed on or something initially, until I kicked and poked them a bit, and no, they are a dried sack of meat. There's nothing left. Now, of course, that's disturbing in and of itself. What got worse is that in one of the houses, one of these came out of the closet. Yeah. It's a bloodsucker, or a leech, or a vampire, or a stragoid, or call it whatever you want, okay? However, the power of 762 by 39 once again has saved my rear end. Now, if I seem less horrified than I do about the snork, that would be because this thing is very clearly a monster. It is... There was a human in this at some point, but it's gone now. There's nothing left. This is a 100% abomination, horrifying monster, whereas the snork does nothing but remind me of the poor human that it once was. Please bear with my dog. I'm talking, and therefore she's getting very excited. This is definitely good for one's morale. I'm just going to point that out. Dogs and pets in general are very good for raising one's spirits. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Preferably one that can take care of itself in some level. I mean, I wouldn't say go get some exotic spider or something, but that's just me. So, the bloodsucker came at me, and as I swung the gun up to point at it, it turned invisible. Or more accurately, it has optic camouflage. It wasn't literally invisible, it was just rapidly, I don't know if it was bending light or just rapidly changing its skin coloration fast enough that I couldn't properly track it. Now I could see some small distortion, so I'm not certain which of these it's doing, but I was able to see it, and then I shot it, and it died. Holy shit, thank God. And from there, I, scanned the whole area, made 100% certain that there weren't any more of them, and then I checked the body. Okay, so as you can see, it's got tendrils. These tendrils are for sucking blood. Its tendrils latch onto a thing and then drain the target. They also have exceedingly large claws. This is for exactly what you think they're for. They are very sharp. They are very deadly. I didn't do anything exceedingly interesting. I grabbed a piece of wood nearby, and it can scour wood even when the thing was dead. So These are very strong. I do not trust in this jacket to stop much of anything. Like, I could see this jacket stopping, just stopping, I don't know, nothing too fierce, but I could see this maybe stopping a poor knife slash. These claws are knife sharp, if not more so. They will go through pretty much anything you've got. I would assume metal is the only thing that's going to stop them, and I'm not 100% certain metal is going to stop it. Compounding the issue is, of course, their optic camouflage capability. It is fast, even without that. The thing was quite speedy. Beyond, the standard list of it's strong, it's fast, it has some weird gimmick. It seems to be rotting. I mean, take a look at it again, okay? And look at its head. You see that, right? Like, you can see either the imprint or the actual brain. Now, the one I killed was already necrotized. Like, it had parts of its abdomen and upper chest that were partially rotted away. So I don't know if this is some sort of disease it's got. Maybe it's a prion disorder, getting from, ingesting large quantities of hemoglobin, not a person. I don't know. Maybe this is just the mutation running its course. Or maybe it's metamorphosizing. I really hope it's not the last one there, but I have to point this out as a possibility. Now, subjectiveness here. They don't seem to be huge fans of daylight. The reason I'm pointing this out, and the reason I am leaving, is because when I left that house, I looked across the road, and I saw another one standing in a window, and it was very clearly awake and staring at me. Now, I chose not to shoot because I didn't want to alert anything else in the area. I was hoping that my shots in the basement were reasonably muffled. They should be. I'm not positive, but I am getting the hell out of here. Because frankly, I don't trust the reinforcements I've made to the place to hold up to something like this. Frankly, it's wood, okay? It's wood and fairly thin sheet metal for the most part of what I've got. I don't think that's going to hold up against this. I was expecting to hold up against people with fists and boards and shit. And, wild animals, not fucking Dracula's weird cousin. Okay? So, it didn't come out, though. Is my whole rambly point about all of this. Is it didn't leave the house. Now, I'm not going to tell you that sunlight is going to save you. I am going to say that I think they're not huge fans of it. Whether this is because they're just naturally nocturnal creatures, which their entire ability suite would point them to being excellent nocturnal predators. Seriously, that optic camouflage at night would be a nightmare to deal with. It was bad enough in a dark basement. Again, I don't know. I'm not positive here. It does seem they seem to lean towards nocturnal behaviors. With that being said, anytime you go into a building, anytime you go anywhere dark, be aware that these things could be in there. They are also very, very fast. So have a ready finger on the trigger. Alright? They're not going to give you a lot of opportunity. If you have a shotgun, use that when going into a building. I didn't bring my shotgun. I'm going to go in the basement and get it before I leave. Okay? I'm probably going to be bringing 2 guns from now on. I mean, it's that or I go to the knife. Okay? This is not an ideal situation when somebody's got a claw that's about the length of my pinky finger. So, with all of this being said, when it comes to bloodsuckers, be extra careful, okay? Now, I'm thinking that's what's been leaving the tracks around here because something's been kind of orbiting my house. So I'm thinking it's them. The footprint looks vaguely humanoid. There's some claws on it, and it's pretty big, so maybe it's a really big bloodsucker? I don't know. I'm kind of concerned about it. So I'm just getting out of here. I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to drive out to my parents. They live on a farm. It's probably safer out there. And I'm just going to see if I can wait this out for a while. Hopefully the rotting disease that the bloodsuckers are suffering from kills them, or they starve to death. Seriously, I don't want to know how much hemoglobin it takes for these things to keep functioning. But I'm getting out of here. Okay, don't worry. I'll give you guys some more updates later on, but I am bailing. I'm not dealing with this. So, all that being said, keep counting your ammo, keep your food high, stay safe out there. Peace out.